that just means that he does not want to do those things for you. You're not his dream woman. Men love self-centered women, okay? Get with it. Men love a beautiful, self-centered woman that's all about herself, okay?
Dating is a complete waste of a woman's time.
Actually on the beach, and she has like her 2 children, look like grown adult children, running towards her. No man in sight. I don't see this lady ever spend time with a man.
You wonder why so many single black women? It's because these niggas is gay.
So, this took place a couple years ago, right? Okay. Another story time, by the way. It's been a minute. I know. Don't get on to me, but whatever. Okay. Mind y'all, this had been a couple years ago. I don't know how many years ago. Just say a couple years ago. That's all I remember, okay? So, I was talking to this guy. Heavy on talking to the guy because he wanted to be in a relationship and I wasn't quite ready for a relationship with him yet. Like, I just wasn't feeling it. It was something in my spirit giving me this man was off and I didn't know what it was, but I just didn't want to be his girlfriend, okay? So, at this point, we had been on a couple dates. You know, we hung out. We were still trying to, like, get a feel for each other, right? So, I was out with my friends one day. He kept calling. He was like, oh, I made a special delivery at your house. Did you get it? I'm like, hey, like, I'm not at home right now. I'll get it when I go home. He's like, oh, well, I'm actually at your house right now. Mind you, he had my address because, you know, he had never been there. This was going to be his first time ever coming to my house. But in order to do this special delivery, he had asked for my address. Should have been a red flag. But whatever. I was out having fun with the girls. I was not paying really no attention to what he had going on or nothing like that, okay? So he's like, you know, I made a special delivery. Did you get it? And he's like, matter of fact, I'm actually here. Are you here? And I'm like, no, I'm out with my girls. He's like, well, I'm just going to wait here until you get back. And I said, well, it's going to be a long time before I get home. So how about you just leave the stuff. Everything will be fine. I'll have them take it into my house. Like, everything will be good. Like, thank you so much. I appreciate it. He's like, no, actually, I'm just going to wait. And I said, I don't know how long that's going to be. So thank you, but you might as well just kind of go home. He's like, no, I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to wait. Like, I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm going to just wait till you get here. So he's like, well, can you just come? And I talked to my homegirl. I was like, girl, let me just run home real quick because where she stayed and where I stayed wasn't too far from each other. So I was like, let me run home real fast and I'll be right back because we basically stay like around the corner from each other. She was like, okay, girl, like, okay, we'll be here. And I said, okay. I run home. I go home and I'm like, oh, thank you so much for the stuff. And I'm standing outside. And he's just like, you know.
All right, now I see what he's getting at in a way, but because you just said you're around the corner, so you can think to yourself, I really want to impress this guy. Like, this is a guy you probably want, right? But the way you sound like you don't want him. I want to touch on that because the conclusion is this is why they're all single, unhappy, and childless, right? This is the proof. Why? This is an issue. Look at her. She doesn't care. But let's continue.
Like, I can't come in. I'm like, no. Like, what do you want to come in for? He's like, oh, I need to use the restroom. Now you got to use the bathroom? So I kind of find it kind of crazy that you got to use the bathroom now. But you passed all those stores with bathrooms in it. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll let him use the restroom or whatever. So I'm chilling on my couch. I didn't even turn on the TV because I'm only here for a split second because I'm about to go back and be with the girls. Like, it was some, like, was it Founders Day? And me and my girl, yes, it was Founders Day. So J15. So we was out having a good little time or whatever at my friend's house. Like, she cooked. We had drinks. Like, we were going to go out downtown Atlanta. Like, we was going to have a ball. We were going to have a time, okay? And the time was going to be had. So he's like, so yes, he brought me the special delivery for J15. You know, get your favorite AKA something. Okay, whatever. That's neither here nor there. That's not the story. But anyway, so he goes into my bathroom. I'm like, yeah, it's right around the corner. Like, you can go to the bathroom. So he goes to the bathroom, which was kind of weird. So he's in the bathroom. He comes out, y'all. He comes out. My cabinets are open. Only thing that's in there is my chronic migraine headache medicine, which someone's like I don't know, start with a B. Okay, I'm not a pharmacist. I don't know the name of the medication. I just know it starts with a BU. It's like a caffeinated headache medicine. But whatever. Even if you read the bottle, it's safe for headaches. What? Okay, whatever. So he's going through my stuff. Okay. So he was like, oh, actually, I got to use the bathroom again. I'm like, at this point, You're just doing stuff. So mind you, I forgot to add this. My trash can was pulled up a little bit. And I'm like, why is my trash can pulled up? So I moved it back and didn't think nothing of it. And I closed it and I'm like, what is he looking for? There's nothing here. Okay. So y'all, he goes back to the bathroom again. He's like, oh, I need to use it real quick again. I said, okay, cool. He goes to the bathroom, pulls out my trash can again, opens up my cabinets again. Excuse me. Leaves them open. Comes out. And he's just trying to make small talk. And I was like, okay, look, like, I got to go back and be with my friends. Like, I promised him, like, I was going to spend the rest of this day with them. Because it's just what we had planned. So thank you very much for the beautiful roses and the flowers. And, you know, everything like that. But I got to go back. I got to go back and be with the girls tonight. It's the girls' night. He's trying to make small talk. He gets mad that I tell him he has to go. And he leaves. I don't really care because I didn't think nothing of it. What was he looking for in my trash can? What was he looking for in my cabinets? That's the real question. Questions that need answering. I cut him off immediately after that because I just felt weird. Like, I had the weirdest feeling when he even went to my bathroom. But I don't know. What y'all think?
What do we think? I think that's why you don't have a man. I mean, this is the problem. Let's continue on.
Talking about how her man is not romantic, how he doesn't do any romantic things for her, no romantic gestures. Girl, you need to get you a new man because I'm going to tell you right now. Men are romantic. Y'all can believe a man don't do stuff all day long if you want to. That just means you're not the one that he wants to do it for. Every man has a romantic bone in his body. You're just not her. And that's okay. That means you're not her for him, but you're her to somebody else. You get what I'm saying? So you need to get your stuff, pack your stuff, and you need to leave. You need to leave that man.
But a guy was just trying to do, not be romantic, but it seemed like he just started talking to you. He was trying to get his foot in the door. I understand you were with your girls, but you kind of gave him the cold shoulder, and you seemed like you didn't care from how you were talking about the whole situation. You said the guy got upset because he's thinking, okay, I want to get in. You should have said, look, you should have been kind. Said, I want to spend time with you. I can't right now because today's the day I'm going to be with my girls, but I promise. This is what you do to somebody you care about. This is how you talk. I promise we'll get together and spend some time soon, but not so much at my home. Let it be known. Say that then. If you want a man, if you want him to stay around, say how you feel.
Chunk the deuces and get rid of him and go find you somebody that wants to wine and dine and romanticize you and romanticize your life and all that. When a man is not doing those things for you, that just means that he does not want to do those things for you. You're not his dream woman, and that's okay. You find someone else that you're their dream person. You get what I'm saying? Because I see a lot of people love to ask, how do you get a man to buy stuff for you? How do you get a man to do this? How do you get him to do this? A man wants to do for a woman that he wants to be with. Okay? He's not going to do for a woman he doesn't want. That means quit wasting your time on somebody who doesn't want the same things that you want. How many times do I have to tell y'all that? How many times do I have to tell you, stop chasing after a man that don't want you? I don't care how bad you want him. The person that really wants you is the man that you won't give a chance. The man that you friends on it. The man that you don't want nothing with. That's going to be your ideal man. But you got to get out of wanting your type. Your type is going to keep you single. I'm going to be real. You having a certain type is going to keep you single. You need to get out of your type. You need to get out of that and realize life is about relationships, and it's about people, and it's about somebody that can provide, protect, and do all those things that a husband's supposed to do for you. Being fine ain't one of them. Being fine ain't one of them. You need to be the fine one. It don't matter if he look good or not. It shouldn't matter. Yes, he should be attractive to you, not me, not Sally, and not Louise. Hey, I use some really old names. Actually, I just used my great aunt's names. But anyways, what I'm saying is, y'all heard me. I ain't even got to tell you.
She gave some decent advice right there. Let's continue on.
Men love self-centered women. Okay, get with it. Men love a beautiful, self-centered woman that's all about herself, okay?
That's a who said.
Because men put themselves first in everything. Women tend to put themselves last, especially when they start dating. They start putting what they want, their love, the things that they like, last, okay? So let me tell you some things that's none of your business while you're dating your man. His Instagram following list should not be any of your business. It don't matter who he follow. The pictures that he like should be none of your business. If he's looking at somebody else when you're out, none of your business. You need to be so focused, so self-absorbed on yourself that anytime where he's focused on someone else, he realizes that, oh dang, Listen, men are natural hunters. Men will chase. Men will follow. When you stop giving a man access and things to you, then they change, okay? You trying to keep up and trying to talk to him and figure out why he won't come home, why he not answering the phone. Pull back. It's none of your business. A lot of y'all are afraid for a man to chase you. This is what I mean by this. Meaning, if you stop and you pull away your energy, you're afraid that he won't come back to you. And that's okay if he doesn't come back to you, okay? Move right along. He ain't that big of a loss. I promise you that. The quicker y'all realize that men do not love like women, the quicker y'all realize that men do not see relationships like women do, and they don't do things that women do. The way that we love in relationships is totally different from the way that a man loves in relationships. The way that we meet someone, first impression, men don't see it that way. Men love beautiful women. That's all they can go based off of is how you look when they meet you, okay? Now, this is what I'm saying by allow him to chase you. Pull your energy back. You know when you break up and you're all hurt and distraught about the relationship, and then you move on 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 months later, and then he pops up a year later all over the blue because it's starting to hit him now. It doesn't hit them the way it hit us. And he comes back because you're not chasing him anymore. That's why you're not chasing him anymore. There's other reasons, but I'm not talking about that right now. There's layers to it, okay? But the reason why is because you're not chasing. You're not looking for his attention anymore. You're not blowing up his phone. You're not calling. You're not stalking his Instagram list. You're not worried about what pictures he likes. Ladies, that's none of your business. Refocus on you. Take all that you're putting into him and pour it into you. I want y'all to understand. Men are going to always do what's best for them. When are women going to do what's best for you? No more pick-me's. No more building a man up. No more. Stand up. And get yourself together. Dust yourself off. Get up and love you. It's far too many women that I've seen have let themselves go behind a raggedy looking man. And he ain't even worth it. Ain't nobody worth your mental well-being.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like the beginner's guide or the intermediate guide to being single, right? Because this is everything she said, not being a pick-me. Well, I'll tell you what today's day and age is. It's the time of the pick-me. A woman, it's so hard for a lady to show her worth in a relationship. She has to go above and beyond, right? Because that's what my wife does. And that's what I wanted. That's what men want. Men want women to go above and beyond. Why? Because a man is not going to give his all into someone who doesn't see them as their shining light. I think it's a wise choice.
I'm going to give you a piece of my mind today with a story time. And this story time is going to be about why I am single.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you something. We don't care.
So first and foremost, I am single because I stopped dating in 2014, February to be exact. And I just decided that it is not something that I wish to put time into. So for the last 9 years, I have done absolutely nothing to unsingle myself. And the reason why I'm not interested in unsingling myself is because I believe dating is a complete waste of a woman's time.
Oh, wow.
It can also have effects on your mental health because a lot of men approach dating with this mentality of, well, we got to ask you to get married. And you can't get married unless I ask you.
Very manly.
So they come into the dating scene with all of this and these low vibrational ass dates just to see if you will be willing to paint your face black and tap dance for them as a ring. And I just decided that I do not want to be a part of that circus.
Wow.
So I have actually been proposed to. I have had 4 marriage proposals in my lifetime, which either I turned down or we just decided that getting married would not be the best things for our lives at this moment. A lot of single women have been proposed to and been engaged, and we just decided that, look, fuck this. So one of the main reasons why I have never tried very hard to get married is because I do not want children. A lot of men, especially black men, want children. They either want more children or they want to start a family for the first time with the woman. I don't want any fucking kids, and I don't apologize for it. And I knew that looking at that ring on my finger meant that I would have to push a baby out through my vagina, which I was not okay with. Last time I checked, I cannot get an STD from having a Chilean sea bass. Last time I checked, I cannot get pregnant from having a seared salmon. So I'm not understanding how they equate paying for meals with them being now eligible to come to my house in the privacy. I'm supposed to get naked and share my body with them just because they paid for a fucking date. Especially with the amount of unhinged guys that are out here that are just looking to prey on a vulnerable woman and unalive them. It's not happening. So if you are still out here dating as a woman, make sure that it is because that is something that you genuinely want to do. Because I had to have a real talk with myself. And the only reason that I was even dating is because I felt like the people around me felt that I needed to be married. That's not something that I want for myself.
We do not care.
Cat. I call cat.
I almost beat up my cousin and my sister. Yes, 2 for 1 special. What's up? Okay. Nah, but let me tell y'all. So we go to my house, right? And my cousin and my sister, they come over, and my sister's like, oh, how about we go around in a circle and we stay while we think the other person is single? That's a messy game, but whatever. So when it gets to me, pooks, my cousin starts off and says, you know what? You are such a high achiever. Every goal that you've ever talked to me about, you literally achieve it. You're sitting in your high-rise apartment, you do your little brand deals, you have your shop, your business, everything. But when it comes to men, you tend to pick bottom of the barrel men. You want to fight? Because I think you want to fight. No.
That's what
And
you
let me
like.
tell y'all a backstory about me. I don't know what it is. Please. I don't know what's in the air, but it's just literally with me. When a man comes to talk to me, he's either fresh out of jail, calling me from jail,
I wonder why.
or on his way there. And it's like, I don't know what it is. I don't know
That's
what
what you
part of
like.
me attracts that. I don't know. Like, it's definitely subconscious because it's something brewing on the insides. Because what part of that on my forehead? It can't be on the outside because the forehead don't give. I like jailbirds, but
It
anyways,
does.
y'all, when she said that, she gagged me. She got me really good because I'm like, you're not lying. Like, you're literally not lying. So then my sister takes the floor and she's like, and I just feel like, you know, you just be sabotaging yourself. You're like scared to love. Like anybody that does come and they're a stand-up person, it's like you run and hide. You think you know me, girl? You think you know me, girl? But I'm not gonna lie, they really gagged me. So I'm telling you right now, this is your sign to play that game. I advise you only to do that with like your close friends, your family or something. But you know that like that prompt that people said to do on ChatGPT, which I did that, do advise that as well. Like when you go on ChatGPT and you say, oh, like from all the data that you gathered about me, what can you tell me about myself? And it like, girl, you got to take a seat before you read that one because it's going to get you. You got to tell it to be real harsh. And then you got to tell it to be harsher. Then you got to tell it to go harder than that. Then it's going to get you. But when you do it with your friends and family, they grew up with you. They know you. So when I tell you the tea be hot, but you know what? For the past 24 hours, I've been laying in this bed exactly. And I'm just like, you know what? I got to fix this. Like, I literally have to fix this. I have to figure out, why do I keep attracting men like that? And why am I so scared of love? Like, what did I see growing up that I don't remember? Maybe I gotta go to therapy.
Yeah, man. How she feels, and she was being real about it. She was honest. She admitted she has problems. Her family told her, you want Pookie and Ray Ray? She said, I like Pookie and Ray Ray. And that's most of your problems. That's most of your problems. Let's continue on.
I feel like this is an epidemic in the world. You have so many awesome women that are just out here looking for a good partner. I cannot stand dating websites. Me and my cousin, who is about 9.5 years younger than me, downloaded Hinge on a pop the balloon night just for fun. And when I say matched with a few people, but literally deleted it within 48 hours because I just couldn't deal. Like, I need to connect with someone in person. I need to see what your vibe is. I can't just connect with you based off of surface level things or, you know, little tidbits and facts you're probably lying about. Yeah, I just feel like society has just taken a turn. Social media, although it's a blessing in a lot of ways, I feel like it's a curse because everybody is so accessible and
Sounds like a you problem.
nobody's willing to commit to one person or work on anything or kind of like fight through anything because, oh, well, I'll just move on to the next one. You know, here's a woman who doesn't have her standards as high or, you know, will turn a blind eye to certain things. And it's just not fair. It's not fair. So I know if I'm willing to be committed, loyal, dedicated, and really pour into a person, there has to be at least one other person out there that has the same morals and values. But I just don't get it.
She's 35.
Over 27, unmarried, female. What do you call this lady? 剩女, which means leftover women.
You're 35. Yeah, you still have a little bit of a baby face. But see, even me, I'm 43. I look young. But those bags are coming under my eyes. You're going to start looking your age. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Lady, you do not have time. You're talking like you can pick a man off a tree and he's just going to fall down and say, baby, I want to marry you. And then you know what? If he does say that, you're going to say, oh, wow, how much money do you make? This modern dating today is a nightmare. This is why. You should clearly see it. This is the issue. Watch what the next guy says.
If you take 100% of women and you take 100% of men, 80% of women want 20% of men. The math ain't mathing. And what do I mean they want 20% of men? Well, they want somebody who's making a little money. Most women like somebody who's attractive because they don't really want to sleep with somebody they're not that attracted to, so you got to be attractive. To even be able to sleep with that woman, you got to have a mouthpiece of some sort, so you got to have some charisma. So hold on, so you need to have money, you actually got to be relatively attractive, and you got to have charisma. You just knock down majority of the population of men. Out here talking about there's not enough men, this and that. Yeah, it's not. It takes a long time to be able to make money. It takes a long time to be able to become charismatic, and it takes a long time for a guy to grow into himself to become attractive. Most dudes are still in that process. So when you get to the point to where you want to get a guy who has all those things, why are he looking for you? Why would he be checking for you? Hey.
That's the issue. They're not going to be checking for you. They're going to be getting the highest quality. That's what they don't understand. By the time the guy's making 100,000, especially if he's over 6 feet, women that date him, if he's not making 100,000, come on now, be for real.
They're not married, they're engaged, and they're working on families. Like,
Not true.
it's literally only my culture that's still
Yeah, that's
30 and we're still out here. Like, they're gonna get married earlier. Like, that is the goal. Like, let me find a partner, let's get married, blah blah blah. Black culture do not want black love. They do not want the black unity, the black family to thrive.
America profits off women being single, especially the black women.
Women back in the day, remember, they were fighting for our rights, all that. Women used to stay at home, cook, clean. They had to only tax the man. Why? Because the man was the only one working. Now they found a way to separate that. Now they're taxing men and women.
Look at the music that's portrayed by black female artists. It's all nigga, be independent, get the bag. I don't cook, I don't clean, don't do shit for that nigga. Dump him if he cheats on you. Like, none of that resembles a positive relationship.
Words have a powerful meaning on it. So, but dude, I love that type of music. I'm sorry, city girl for life.
You just said it. I'm the problem, and I don't care.
At the end of 2024, and I just want to see, am I the only one that's there? I know I'm not, but like, I just need to talk to y'all. So I have been one of those women who have been praying for a husband for a long time. And I go into these spaces where I'm like, I'm no longer focused on that. I don't want to focus on that. I don't even want to talk about it. And at the end of 2024, that's kind of where I found myself. And it was, after the whole dating app thing. And I wasn't really taking that serious, but if something would have happened, it would have been fine. But I've always been like, you know what, if God has somebody for me, that's fine. If he doesn't, that's fine. I've never really been the type of person who said, I'm just going to wait until I find a husband to do X, Y, and Z. That ain't never been me. But something different happened at the end of 2024. I had been hearing women say decenter men, decenter men. And then I heard it again and it's like it clicked. But then I saw this video and it just did something to me.
Oh, man, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, man. You gotta be kidding me.
And that's not her only video. She has several. She's at a hotel in South Africa called Heaven Can Wait. I went and looked it up. And she's there celebrating her 60th birthday. Now, in one of her videos, she's not looking out onto the water. She's actually on the beach. And she has like her two children, look like grown adult children, running towards her. No man in sight. I don't see this lady ever spend time with a man.
Pushing it,
I
boy.
don't know if she has a man. I have no idea. And I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe this is the goal. Maybe the goal is let's just go enjoy life.
Speed it up.
Go
Speed it.
places you ain't never seen before. Do things you ain't never did before. Even if it's by yourself.
Delusional.
Even if it's with your children. Because I would take my children. But, I mean, I just took them to the Bahamas. I had been to the Bahamas twice. They had never been. But even to be able to see that from a different angle than what I had seen it before was still breathtaking. And I was like, wait a minute. New goal, new goal. Then I just saw a lady who said, come with me as I take this one-day trip to New York. She got a $50 flight on Spirit to go to New York to try this ramen restaurant that's owned by a black woman, run by a black woman. She the only person work there. She makes the ramen by herself, and she took that one-day trip. I think she went to another market, but she took that one-day trip to go eat this ramen that she said was the best ramen she had ever had. And then she was going home. Baby, listen. And I think I'm in this place because Brooklyn will be 18 this year. She'll be 18. And even though my baby is not ready, she'll tell you, I'm not ready to be 18. And I keep telling her, baby, just the number gonna change. You'll still be at home because she has a late birthday. So she'll still be at home. She don't graduate to 2026. I said, so just the number gonna change. But she's not ready for adult life. And I get it because I have made childhood the best that I could make it for her. But I'm at a place where I'm like, my children are getting older. Brooklyn will be going to college soon. Even though Carrington will still be in the house, sometimes I can just hop a flight and go take me a one-day trip and enjoy life all by myself. It's a bunch of places I'm sure I can go and see. Like, I was thinking today when I went out, because it snowed here in Atlanta, and I went out to Walmart to go pick up a prescription for Brooklyn. I wasn't even planning on going nowhere. But I went out and I was like, wait a minute. It looked like Alaska out here. And it does.
I gotta pause this, but because I'm not trying to shame being happy and single. I respect it. If that's the way you want to go, that's the way you want to go. But is it really deep down what a lot of these women want? No. I'm sure that lady that you saw open up the screen and was looking over the clouds and the water. It's like, yeah, that's all good. But sometimes you're a little bit lonely. You do. When I was single, I was fine. but sometimes you got a little bit lonely, and you need that one to call your own. That around that time, I was speaking to my wife here when I was alone upstate, and I had her to call my like the lonely days when them because they come. Lonely days do come, and you get used to being by yourself, but those lonely days do come. I want to hear more of you talk about those lonely days. That woman know what's really going on.
Been for a while, and I do understand that in order for me to meet my husband, I have to communicate with the male species. And this is my problem that I have with it. I meet more men who just rather have a pen pal, and I'm sorry. I'm closer to 30 than I am 25 now, and quite frankly, I don't care to text you all day. Like, the question of what are you doing every few hours is really, really annoying. And I don't know if y'all understand that. Because at this point, if I get another what are you doing, I'm going to say losing interest. I need you to either A, call me, B, schedule a day, or C, leave me alone. Like, what are we doing? Honestly, what are we doing? And then another thing with texting is like, things can get misconstrued. Like, you could say one thing and mean something, and then somebody may interpret it a different way. So I'd rather just
She's right about
FaceTime or
that.
call.
She's
But
right.
all y'all want to do is text people. I'm not in high school no more. I don't want to text you. I don't want to talk to you all day long. Figure something out, because if you're really interested, you would make something shake to where we can meet up and have a civilized date. Does that make sense? Like, if there's some way I
No,
could have a
not for
conversation
men.
with a guy and just skip the whole stage of like dating, and I could just wait the time out and then just wake up one day and that's the day that I meet my man, I would absolutely do that, because this dating stuff is annoying, and I'm not gonna
It's
stop
annoying for
talking to
men
y'all
too.
about it because something's got to change.
It's more annoying for men. I mean, taking you on foodie calls all the time, taking you out to expensive dinners, it becomes redundant on your wallet, right? And men aren't trying to do that. I don't think she's thought about it. Why? Because when you have a man, you save money. When a man has a girl, he spends money. So the guy talking to you, he's trying to get out of spending some moolah, and I respect it. I respect a man for doing that.
So, when I used to get in trouble as a kid, my daddy used to come and say, "What's this I hear?" Okay? And when he said, "What's this I hear?" you already know it's about to be some bullshit. So, I'm about to ask this. What's this I hear about y'all giving these dudes money, these ladies? Like, y'all paying these dudes? Y'all giving them money? You know what? I'm going to tell you this. I ain't even all that mad. But I'm going to say this. That's probably why I'm single, because I ain't got no money to give y'all. I ain't got a slug to give you. You hear me? I mean, don't get me wrong. I treat when we go out or something like that. But just like give you money like... No, I ain't got it. But it just made me feel better to know that it is a reason. Because I was starting to think I had a attitude. But it ain't that I got attitude. My attitude is fine. It's just that I'm financially up. I can't afford a boyfriend.
You wonder why so many single black women? It's because these niggas is gay.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
And we all know it.
When I'm asked why am I still single? Baby, I am still single because I have been doing the work that my life requires, which keeps me out of the way. I'm still single because I know better now. I am still single because I choose to think clearly. I am sober in thought. I am not thinking and allowing sex to do the leading. I'm still single because I have learned a plethora of life lessons by the various men who I have encountered in my lifetime. I'm still single because the dating game taught me that people are very shallow and reckless.
Stop the cap.
The dating scene. It taught me that we can be shallow and reckless, and we think we have all of these options. And in actuality, we have options for a plethora of sex partners. Baby, we know how people make us feel, but we don't know if they have any mental health issues. We don't know if they have any health issues. We don't know what demons they play with. We don't know a whole lot about people, but we can tell you how good they are in bed. I am still single because the work that my life required forced me to address some wounds that needed to heal.
No excuses. I repeat, no excuses.
It forced me to address some behaviors that had to be done away with. I'm still single because divorce taught me not to rush. Dating taught me to be intentional. Love, I realized you can't just give that. You can't give your heart to just any and everybody who shows you attention. Dating also taught me you can't be random. I'm not interested in everybody who's interested in me. I'm very intentional. Do you have the capacity for my destiny? Do I have the capacity for yours? I am still single because I know better now. I know who I am. I am worth the wait. There are some things you have to wait for. You can't be random when it comes to dating. And we have to be okay with our unmarried selves. Like, I can sit with myself. I like who I am. I like who I am when I'm all by myself. And everybody don't like who they are when they're all by themselves. And I need somebody who likes who he is when he's by himself. I'm still single because I am learning how to control my lady parts. And I need to be able to link with someone and date someone, court someone who knows how to control his man parts. I can't have you. You can't be sharing that with everybody. And I don't want to just encounter someone who's been sharing that with everybody, but then here I am over here controlling myself. No, baby, I need us both to be self-controlled. I am still single because, again, I know better now. I've been there, done that. And I have a plethora of life lessons that have taught me I am not random. You're not going to deal with me like I'm a random. And I deserve the absolute best. And that's why I'm still single. Besides, I am becoming what it is that I desire.
Once again, I call cap. Look at your age. You just got out of a marriage. You want it to be like back then. I'll tell you one thing. It's not like back then. You can find, I'm not going to say you can't find anyone. I would never say that. Never say you can't find anyone. But guys aren't going for it. You heard everything you said? You sound like a walking headache. You do. Divorce too? Come on now. Men and getting TikToks. And I think every man should get a private investigator, take that girl's picture. Actually, they have sites you can take a girl's picture, put it in there, and see everything she's on. Find that TikTok, find all the videos she's posting, and find videos like this. And then make your decision. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching. Peace out. See you next video.